Medoc Mountain, North Carolina. The core of what was once a mighty range of mountains. Medoc Mountain is what remains after millions of years of erosion. Today, what remains of the once mighty mountain is an elongated structure of biotite granite, 99 meters above sea level. It is located in a rural part of the state, surrounded by waterways, dense forest, hunting lands, bluffs, swamps, and farming land. The wildlife is abundant, including deer, black bear, wild boar, and wild turkey. Oh, I forgot. Bigfoot.
And then I see something move between me and the fire. And I said, holy mama, they're in the camp. They're here in my camp. And then I hear gravel, pea gravel moving. Bigfoot's not known to come up into a camp.
I've never seen anything like that before in my life. And the first thing when I seen this, when I first seen like the head and everything, I was like, man, this is a monster.
Left. It walked away. It's not a rock. It's not a tree. It walked away.
The railroad took that day, and also
Memorial Day 2022 was a day Philip, a trail hiker, would never forget. He witnessed a Bigfoot creature while hiking in the Medoc Mountain area of North Carolina. He has agreed to take Johnny to that spot and tell his story. The 7-mile hike will be the exact hike Philip took that day.
Give it a shot, sure.
I have a theory. I haven't seen anything, but I really think there's one that's kind of a lookout somewhere in this area. Right here where String Rip and Campground. I really think there's one in there that's kind of watching. In fact, I got the feeling someone's watching me right now. So I mean, that's a way that, you know, they can see who's coming in and not.
I totally agree, especially in the morning time. Yeah, totally agree.
I mean, I got that feeling right now. And one time, I actually, I threw an apple. I had some apples in my pack with me, and I actually threw one. Let me get to that area real quick. every now and then now, somebody will come up and ask me about it. Like I say, when I first saw it, I mean, nobody would say anything.
About your Bigfoot sighting up here?
Yeah, they wouldn't say anything. But like I say, you knew how pointless it was to call me a liar,
Yeah.
because they knew it's like, this guy doesn't lie.
Yeah,
He's saying
exactly.
this.
Yeah.
So what's going on here? They just don't know how to process that.
It's also good that you've seen the color of its hair, because people automatically say, well, that was a bear. You know, there's just black bears out here.
I'll go back there.
Have you looked into the subject a lot since your sighting a few years ago?
I'll be honest with you, I did have an interest before my sighting. I always had an interest in things like that, like cryptids and stuff. And, I was alive and saw, the In Search Of, the very famous one where they talked about Bigfoot and showed the Harrison Gibbons film. So that kind of sparked some interest, I would have never in 1,000 years thought that I'd actually see one though. I mean, that day, it never occurred to me, oh, there could be a Sasquatch around here, That never occurred to me, it never entered my mind, But, yeah, actually seeing it did, I mean, I've got like a real interest in it now, I'm thinking I might go to one of those, they have like Bigfoot conventions near here.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're more out west part of the state. I think I might go to one of those, It's good for me to talk to people that have actually seen it, and I feel like I'm not a nut or screwball.
Yeah, plus you run into people there that's also have seen it and experienced stuff. You can kind of compare notes and stuff.
I mean, I didn't expect the reaction I got when I saw it. I think people like oh, you really? How do you know about it? I didn't ask you about it. But just get this kind of stunned silence from people. Or they'll change the subject.
Yeah.
So are you in the Bigfoot is flesh and blood camp, or Bigfoot is a paranormal mythic creature?
Yeah, until I see different, I think it's flesh and blood. But it's until I see something really strange. I mean, it could be anything. I mean, it could be even extraterrestrial if you want to go down that road. But I've never seen anything, super natural compared to it, associated with it. I mean, I did get an orb on my trail cam a few years ago. I don't know if that's spirit activity or what that could be. But I got to kind of see it to believe it.
Well, I believe that day I saw a flesh and blood creature.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
Yeah.
the one that I seen over here across the road, 100%.
But I mean, I'm open to you know, some kind of paranormal again. I mean, just because it could be paranormal using Bigfoot, you know.
True. Yeah, if one of these days I'm out here one of these nights and I see some kind of weird light or supernatural stuff, I'll be like, oh, okay, it's maybe it's this.
I'm gonna say it was in this area right here is where I heard the tree fall. And you're talking about one of the loudest booms I've ever heard. It was just like this boom, and it came from right behind me. Now we can see pretty good right here, but back then the foliage was so high. If I had looked, I wouldn't see past this area right here. You know, say about, I would have saw like maybe 10 feet, because this foliage was so high and so thick that there was no way I could have saw, like, well, of course after I heard it, the tree had already fallen. So, but yeah, like, came from right behind me, just this big wound. And I say, well, it's kind of weird, you know. So, moving in my mind, you know, I think maybe they're doing trail maintenance, you know, maybe they got one of those trees that are leaning, you know, just kind of helped it on its way and went down. So I just keep walking, just keep walking. Most of the valley. Okay, so about in this area is where I actually saw the creature. And he started from over here. I never saw him standing. The whole time I saw him, he was moving. And he was moving fast. So he starts like right there, and he starts running down midway in here, up that other side of the valley there. And there was a lot more foliage back then than there is now. And I think that where the sun was also, there was like spots of sunlight. So I only got like bits and pieces. I couldn't see like the entire creature completely. So, I mean, because it's like running like halfway, and there's like I say, the foliage right now is not really that thick, that like it was back then. I mean, it was like, because that video I took, I think it was higher than I was. But yeah, so he runs down that way, and about when he gets to around this point is when he turns and just goes straight up that way. And that's how I actually saw his feet. And his feet were actually a lighter color, or kind of a different color,
Yeah.
than the creature was.
So I see where the trail goes down and then curves
it goes down
back
and
up.
curves
So
down.
it ran between like these two sections of the trail straight up.
It ran a little bit past the trail, and then it cycled up, like I say. And oddly enough, there's a lot of foliage there right now, but I could see it clear as day when it actually turned and ran out that way. But my question is this: so I'm assuming that he pushed a tree down somewhere in this area, and the first I saw him is right there. So my question is, he could have just turned and ran up that way and never run into me in the first place. But instead, he runs all the way in front of me and then up like that.
Yeah.
That's what it's hard to figure out, because he could have just ran out that way. I never would have saw him at all. I'm thinking, like I say, this is just a theory. I'm thinking he was trying to lead me away from something. Like maybe there's like, I don't know, some young or something like that. Or he's trying to lead me away from it.
Right. Yeah.
Because, I mean, they obviously know where the trails are.
Yeah.
So he ran up that way, and then I guess kind of parallel to where the trail was. So maybe he's trying to lead me away from something. That's my only theory, though, about what happened.
Do you think it went up and more toward the center of the park, or do you think it went more toward that service road that goes down the summit and then back into the
I think it was like
back into the woods there?
towards the service road, but it wasn't long until I got to the service. Unless he like hit the service road as fast as he was going and like went across it.
Yeah.
Because not long after I hit the service road, there were some people hiking this way. Like I say, a holiday weekend, you know, lots of people out here hiking. But yeah, so he could have gone like that way across that service road, maybe before those people got there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, the way he was moving, I mean, he could have covered this park in seconds.
Fast, huh?
Very fast. I mean, because I saw him from right there to all the way through here and then up, and that was a space of 5 seconds. I mean, he just moves so fast and so fluid.
Yeah.
I mean, if a human tried to run through here,
oh man, you twist an ankle.
yeah, you're like, you know, you're trying to step over stuff. But I mean, he just glided over the ground. And they don't run like we do. You know, if we're going to run, you know, we're going to cock our arms like this and run like this. But his arms were hanging down. It's almost like he was kind of skipping, because he was like running like this. But I mean, so fast.
So how much of the body do you think you seen?
On the side, not at any one point, but on the side here, I definitely saw everything, except for his legs, because I think the foliage was so high that I couldn't see the bottom of his legs until he turned around and started running away from me. That's when I saw his legs and his feet. But yeah, he was booking. Like, why didn't you grab a picture? I mean, first thing, I was in such shock.
Yeah.
It might have been different if I saw him like standing and then he started running.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing this thing running, and I can't comprehend what I'm seeing, you know.
Then you're going to have to pull out your camera or your
Yeah,
phone,
you
and
then
if you have if you have a security code, you have to punch in the security code.
I don't know. You want to run through right now, and I can get a picture of you?
So his body, was it pretty thicker, or was it kind of like more muscular, kind of like WWF wrestler type?
I mean, he was thick. He was thick. I mean, probably not. Like I say, I'm just guessing he's a juvenile, because I don't think it was as thick as maybe a full-grown Sasquatch would be. But of course, you know, like I'm hoping we can do a size comparison. But yeah, it seemed like he would have been thicker if maybe he was older. To me, you know, just at the time. And it seemed more like hair than fur. You know, to me.
What color do you think you say that the hair was?
It's a very light tan color. I wouldn't call it white or off-white. It was a very, very light tan color. But I mean, that's another reason. I mean, maybe if he was like brown or black, you know, it'd be like, hey, what is that? You know, a bear or something? But
yeah.
It's a very light tan color, so I saw so little of them over there that I thought maybe it was like a bird, like trying to soar in.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But then I'm like, you know, I didn't really see any wings or anything, and it's like going at the same level, you know, a bird would like swoop down, you know.
Right.
And birds usually don't do that, you know, swoop down to the ground unless they're like going after a snake or something.
Right.
But yeah, about in that area is when I was like, hey, there's something there, you know. That's not a bird, you know. But I mean, I'm like trying to comprehend the entire time. It's only till later that I figure out, you know, that was a Sasquatch. Because I really couldn't, my mind was trying to comprehend what it saw. You know, that's when I put the pieces together, was later.
Right, right.
But yeah, that was, like I say, wildest thing I ever saw out here.
You want me to you want me to go up on that other bank there and see?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
We'll try to do this, yeah.
Yeah, just holler at me. Whereabouts?
Okay.
Johnny makes his way into the area where Philip's seen the Bigfoot creature. He must be very careful of his footing. The terrain is littered with loose rocks, fallen trees and branches, not to mention copperhead snakes.
This tree back here? About 5'8". And I'm standing like straight up. 7 foot.
Philip estimates the creature being 7 feet tall.
Okay, appreciate it. Yeah, look at that. I mean, you got sticks, you got broken trees, rocks.
Guess would be about 7 foot tall. Because I think, you know, because of the way he was running, was probably not how exactly he was, you know, not as tall as he was, because he was probably, you know,
Yeah, because I was standing
a little
like
bit
straight
lower,
up. Yeah.
Because the way he was running, I mean, it's like very long strides. So to do that, you know, you got to be down. So I'm thinking, yeah, it was probably around 7 foot. I mean, definitely taller than a person would have been.
Right.
And you know, a person just can't move that fast, you know. There's no way over that rough terrain like that. I mean, if we saw one today, we'd see it clearly.
Yeah.
It'd be very clear, but like I said, the way the foliage was that day, I think this is probably about the way the sunlight was. But yeah, I mean, there was just so much. I mean, the foliage was so thick, you know.
Did it make any noise when it was running away, or it just hauled?
I never heard any noise.
Yeah.
That's what I thought was so weird. But then again, you know, it's just running on the ground, you know, kind of gliding across the ground. I know people, you know, who have had sightings where they run away from them and like into the woods. They hear like, you know, trees breaking and stuff like that. I think if it may be, because you know it's May, so there's really not dead leaves like this on the ground. But maybe if there was like some kind of rustling, I don't think I was close enough to hear it, you know.
Right.
I never smelled anything either.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At that time on Bluff Loop, I definitely smelled something. Yeah, I mean, the way the foliage is right now, see that really tall one there?
Yep.
You'd have to go like a foot or two up farther
Gotcha.
to see what it was like that day. When you come and look, you know, I actually looked around here, you know, trying to find the tree maybe you push down, or, you know, maybe see a footprint or something like that. Didn't really see anything.
So you're pretty much were more surprised than anything, right? Did you ever, yeah, shocked? Did you ever think it was going to come at you?
It never made any kind of move towards me. But the way he was moving, it would have been pointless for me to try to run away. He would have caught me in no time flat. I mean, it was running more away from me than towards me, you know. So I was kind of like dumbfounded. Like, why would a creature this big be running away from me? And particularly at the end, because he turned up that blue. That bluff, you know. And I was running directly away from him.
I hear a lot of people talking about they might be Nephilim. How do you feel about that?
Nephilim?
Yeah.
Well, I believe there actually were Nephilim.
Yeah.
And I believe that they're as tall as they say they were. Some people say, you know, well, Goliath really wasn't, you know, 9, 10 feet tall. He was, you know, he was just 6 feet tall. You know, they were real short back then. I don't believe that's what I meant. Plus, you got this deal with Og, who's mentioned in the Bible, and he was reported to be 15 feet tall. I mean, it gives in the Bible how big his bed was, and there's a statue of him holding a lion, and the lion's like from here to here. I mean, lions are like huge.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't know this till yesterday, but they believe Noah was actually 12 feet tall.
Really?
Yeah. I'd never heard that before.
I don't think I've heard. No. Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. But yeah, I do believe that. And in fact, there are some cultures that say that people came down from the skies and mated with human women.
Right.
And there were, you know, what they call them hybrids. People said, or hybrids made from that, you know. So I believe those were the angels that came down, you know. But yeah, I do believe there were Nephilim.
Yeah.
I don't believe that the Bigfoot that we see today are Nephilim.
Gotcha.
Because the Nephilim were described as very tall, very strong, and very evil.
Evil. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very evil. I don't know if you call them Nephilim or not, but they found like skeletons of giants, you know, around the time of the Native Americans. They've been dated to about the time of the Native Americans. They actually had red hair, and they were known to be cannibals. So that's why the Indians, you know, well, Native Americans. I am part Native American, so I need to show them some respect. But But yeah, I think that's why the Native Americans kill them off.
Yeah.
As the two make their way to the back side of the mountain, Johnny notices something.
See, like this here, this, I kind of look for these kind of breaks on trees. This being so close to the path, it might have been just somebody doing it, but I usually find them probably up around like 6-7 feet, like broken off like that, like broken. That's what I kind of look for.
It is a tree break. Bigfoot are known to make such breaks, maybe as directional markers. Being so close to a trail, Johnny questions its authenticity.
Definitely looks like something helped it. Don't let that happen on its own. I've seen some videos where it looks like they actually twisted it.
Yeah.
That's hard to explain. In some areas they got actually trees ripped out by the roots and then stuck
Upside down? Yeah.
That's hard to explain. It's not just a tree falling over on its own.
Thanks for letting me tag along with you today.
Oh yeah. It was fun.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you showing me where all that stuff happened too.
I've always wanted to do a size comparison. I've always been guessing about the height, but yeah. Doing that today, yeah. Pretty sure what I saw. As far as height, yeah.